Hi there, my name is Jessie, and this is my Project 1 website for the World Congress CSIT conferences in July 2017 at the lovely Hilton Hotel in Madison, Wisconsin. The website is not optimized for the screen size, but that's okay. We're just going to take a look around and see what's going on. So first I just want to show you some of the basic front end and navigation here. So at the top we've got a navigation bar, and as I mouse over I can click on the varying different areas of these and check out major areas of research, general information about the conference, any dates and whatnot, hotel information, speakers and such. Some of my personal heroes, especially Mr. John Carmack. So this is just a little bit of the basic navigation, and we're going to get into some of the functionality. So one of the first things I'm going to show you is the online registration process, because the most important thing about the conference is being able to register for it. So I'm just going to take a minute here and I'm going to fill out some information, including my name, my company or organization, my address, which we're going to kindly use Montclair State University's address, phone number, our email, and we're going to say that I am a student attendee. And when I click send, it's going to thank me for registering, and it's going to tell me how much money I owe, because obviously the next most important part is how much money do I owe. So according to this, I owe $500. My registration type is student, so I'm going to go ahead and enter my not accurate card information here. And we'll say I have a Visa. And let's see what happens if I try and use a card that has actually already expired. So we're going to say January 2015. And I'm going to hit send. And as you'll see, I get a screen that says there was a problem processing your payment. Please re-enter your information. And I need to re-enter my information. And if I do that, my Visa card, and this time we'll say January of 2017. And this time it thanks me for my payment, and I get a confirmation number that I can use if there's any problem with my registration. So one of the most important aspects of the conference is the paper submission and review. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to upload a paper. So I went to paper submission, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to submit my paper. We're going to call it about numerical analysis. And we're going to say it is scientific computing numerical analysis. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to choose my paper, which as you can see is just a sample paper. And I'm going to go ahead and upload. And as you can see, I get a thank you and a confirmation number in case there are any issues with my submission. You'll also note that we're using HTTPS to ensure we're connected securely, so there are no problems with security. So now that we've seen uploading a paper, let's go ahead and check out the other end, which is the reviewer login. So first I'm going to show you what happens when a password is incorrectly put in. I just put some gobbledygook here. And as you can see, I don't log in, and I'm prompted with username or password is incorrect. So I'm going to go ahead and put the correct one in here. These password files are all provided to the reviewers. There are 3 sample reviewers right now, and all of the login credentials are provided in the final report. So I'm logging in, and I am reviewer number 3, and as you can see, I get a little thing here that says papers to be reviewed by me, reviewer number 3, and my subject area, which is numerical analysis. And you'll see I've got a couple of papers as well as the one that I just uploaded. So if you go ahead and click, you'll see I get my paper, which again is just a sample APA research paper. Alright, so now that we've done some reviewing and paper submissions and registering, let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun over in our store. So from the front end view here, as someone who's just looking at this, I can see some books that are available in the store. And I've got a cart which is currently empty, and it's telling me perhaps I should add some books. So I'm going to choose some books here. So let's get Scribbler, My Best Friend, and maybe Machine Learning and You. And as you can see, as I'm clicking add to cart, my cart's changing here, and I've got one of each of these. And let's say I've got a friend who's really into machine learning, so I'm going to get 2 of those. Now, once I've chosen all the books that I want, I can go ahead and head over to my cart. You'll also notice, I think I didn't mention in the last clip, but I've got the title, the author, the description of the book, as well as the price. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to my cart. And as you can see, I've got a total price here. And I can remove an item. It's telling me here by setting it to 0. So let's say that maybe I decided I didn't want the scribble book after all. I type 0 here. I'm going to update my cart. And as you can see, it's removed. And my price has changed. And at this point, I'm going to go back to the bookstore, and we're going to log in as an administrator of the bookstore. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to bookstore. And this time, instead of buying any books or anything, I am going to log in to manage the store. This is also submitted securely, encrypted on the back end. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. I won't show you the incorrect login functionality again because we already saw that. It's the same functionality. And if I log in here, I've got the ability to manage my store. So as you can see, I see all of the books that are available in the store, and I can choose an entry and then modify it, or I can go ahead and add a new book. Let's start by modifying an existing book. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and modify Machine Learning and You. And as you can see, it's letting me know that I am modifying Machine Learning and You by a famous, whoever that is. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave the description as is. But if I wanted to, I could update them at the same time. I'm going to change the price. Let's say this one's on sale for $18.99. I'm going to go ahead and update it. And as you can see, I get a little pop-up here that asks me if I'm positive that I want to make these changes. And I can hit cancel and do nothing. Or I can go ahead and update and say OK. And then I get a prompt that changes have been saved. And as you can see, the price of the book has changed to $18.99. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what it looks like when we add a new book with our content management system here. So let's go ahead and add a fantabulous web dev book by Dr. Jenk. And the description is, this is a fantabulous book about web development. And the price is going to be $25. And I'm going to go ahead and hit add book. I get changes have been saved, and you'll see now my new book has been added right here. The last thing I'm going to show you in managing the store is deleting a book. So let's say we want to delete the Quantum Apocalypse book. So I'm going to go ahead and select it. I'm going to choose Modify Selected Entry. And instead of changing either the price or the description this time, I'm going to hit delete. And once again, I'm going to get a prompt that makes sure that I am positive I want to delete the book. I can hit cancel and choose not to, but I'm going to say OK. Changes have been saved, and you'll see it is removed from the list. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to show you on the front end is the comments and feedback form. This is just a really simple form for any comments or feedback. And I'm going to go ahead and put my name here, my company or organization, my phone number, and my email. And my comment is going to be, I am so excited for the conference, I can't wait. And then as you can see, I get a thank you for your feedback, and I'm kicked back to just the home navigation page here so I can go wherever I want. And that is a very brief overview of the functionality behind the front end of the site. I'm going to just dip into the back end just a little bit. So let's just take a quick look over here. This is our conference database, and we've got books, comments, papers, etc. And the major things that I wanted to show you are just a couple little quirky things as well as some other stuff. So if we look at any of the login information here, as you can see, passwords are encrypted with MD5, which is breakable but fine for this particular circumstance. We also have a list of all of our papers and whatnot. Interesting thing about the comments, you'll notice over here some of these characters. We had to use HTML special characters because using apostrophes in a text area actually goofs up the submission. And store admin, which again you can see is encrypted. And that's just a very, very brief overview. There's a little bit more information about the database backend and all of the source code in the final report. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and have a good night.